Hey, how's it going? I want to go ahead and do a quick tutorial, or more than anything, just a DIY on how to remove the airbag from a 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic. This specific seat is off of a 2006 EX Coupe, so I'm not sure if the sedan is the same, but taking into consideration that it might be, I'll just go ahead and make um, a universal tutorial about how it would be to replace this airbag. So as you guys can see, first and foremost, this is the airbag right here. It's inside here. This is just a cover. For time purposes, what I've done is I've taken this seat off of my vehicle already. That's the reason why I was replacing it. For some reason, the previous owner never cleaned it, and so it's got this really nasty worn out section. But either way, I've already installed a used one in great condition. So let's go ahead and start off. So first and foremost, what you would have to do is, obviously, as mentioned, for time purposes, it's already off. Some of the screws have already been removed, and I'm only going to be showing you how to take it apart. I won't technically be doing the removal, just to save time and make it very quick. So first and foremost, what you would need to do is remove these four bolts. There's going to be one here, and behind it will be another one down here. Of course, you can move the seat forward by pressing this lever right here, but this particular section here and that other area right there, it's going to be a 14 millimeter bolt, and I would highly suggest a 1/2 inch drive socket, so that you can have more leverage and it's a little stronger. So once you go ahead and do that, what you can do is you're going to have to remove this piece, and this piece right here is held on by some clips on the side right here, as well as the bottom. Okay, so up here you have these little hooks that kind of hook into your seat, so when you put it in, you have to slide it in, and then you start to clip it on. So as mentioned, this is going to be loose already because I've already removed it, but I'll go ahead and remove it as well. So another thing too that you guys are going to have to remove is the bottom. I'll show you guys right now. This shouldn't take long. Down here you're going to see these hooks right here, these little clips. All you basically have to do is push in and remove. And these are basically made out of plastic, as you can see, and all they do is they go hooked into these little coils right here. So you remove that. Okay, once that's removed, you should be able to remove the whole panel here. Once you go ahead and remove that, I'll go ahead and take this thing off. There we go. And these are the clips that I'm talking about. Obviously it's missing already, but one here, another one there, and these basically hook onto the side of the rail right here. Okay, all right, so this is basically what your seat's going to look like. The back of the seat, obviously this is a driver's side. What you're going to need to do is you're going to remove one screw right here, and there's another one hidden down here, and there's two right here, 1, 2. Okay, so once you go ahead and remove those, the next step is this is obviously going to be free. The next step is you have to make sure that this wire that runs to your airbag is also removed. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you how to do that really quick. It's not hard. So once you go ahead and remove that, you have to see the wire runs straight through the fabric all the way down here, and it's hooked up to the frame of the seat. Now here, most seats, if they've never been messed with, you're going to have a zip tie that's going to hold this together. You remove that or break that off, whichever, and you got to make sure that you route this wiring right in through here. Okay, so what you're going to do is these right here have some little clips, so you get some needle nose pliers, you crimp it in there, and you press while you're pushing out so that you can remove these. Once you remove these, you basically route it, you pull it all the way out, you pull it all the way out, you pull this all the way out, and then you basically have your airbag. It's not a difficult job. It's mostly remembering what you need to put back in there. As you can see, they have these little clips right here. It's very similar to this one right here. It's just basically clips to make sure that it's held on in place. You can move them, remove them if you need to, like see this one right here. See, that's basically what the clip looks like, and they go attached to the frame. All right, so that's basically a removal of an airbag. Like I said, it's not going to be the removal entirely. It's just telling you what you need to remove. And there's a disclaimer that I want to add, that do this at your own risk. Obviously, if you're mechanically inclined, it shouldn't be a problem. But for whatever reason, the number one thing will be to remove and disconnect the negative terminal from your vehicle to ensure that none of this goes off or anything like that. It's always just security, and that's number one. Also, always make sure that you know what you're doing, basically, because even the most experienced person can make a mistake. So this is entirely at your own risk, and I hope that this helps you out. Also, want to let you guys know that an issue that I came across, that in case you do, see how you may solve it. Sometimes when you go ahead and replace these particular airbags, it doesn't necessarily mean that the airbag light is going to go off. There could be a sensor, especially if your car's been involved in an accident, which most likely that may be the reason why you're replacing your airbag. But if that's the case, then there's a lot of sensors that go in front of the vehicle that will go ahead and cause the light to stay on. However, if your car's never been involved in an accident, and you just basically want to replace a seat one for the other, I know a lot of people do upgrades. They go from EX, LX seats to SI seats, and that will still cause your airbag light to go off. And so there's a procedure that you can look up on how to reset the airbag light on 06 to 11 Honda Civics. You can look at it here on YouTube. You'll find it very easily. It's very quick. All you need is basically a paper clip. But the one thing that I came across is that you may also experience an airbag light if this part right here is if this part right here is malfunction. So this is your seatbelt clip. Okay, this actually has a center in here where this harness goes clipped onto, and then I'll show you guys very quick here. This harness runs all the way to the bottom, and it goes clipped onto your frame. So you would have to replace this whole section if perhaps your airbag light is still on, even though you've done the reset. This is the next step, but obviously it's may be costly. I'm not sure. Obviously, if you have a seat and your airbag light wasn't on before, try putting your old one in, which is what I had to do because mine was fine before that. And obviously the one that came with the replacement seat must have been bad. And yes, the previous owner did tell me that his airbag light would never go off. Well, guess what? This was his problem, because as soon as I installed my seatbelt clip in there and installed everything, it went fine. Nothing else happened. All right, guys. Well, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I'm here to help. Thank you so much for watching.